A forward rate, as you recall, is an agreement today about what price and how much one party is going to transact currency with another, but that transaction itself, that transaction of currency, that trading of currency is going to take place sometime in the future. So a forward rate is an agreement today involving price and volume, amount of currency to trade between two parties. That agreement takes place today, but the transaction occurs at some point in the future. The pricing of a forward contract relies on looking at what exchange rates are today between two countries, as well as the difference in interest rates between two countries. To give a tangible example, suppose we had a forward contract and it was a price of a forward contract that we were trying to get, a contract on the Swiss franc versus US dollar for a 90-day forward. The first thing we would have to do is go and look at what the spot rate is today, what the exchange rate is between the Swiss franc per USD. The next step after that is to look at what interest rates are in Switzerland. If we find out that they are 2%, then we've just figured out our denominator. Almost. The one exception that we need to do is that if this is an annual interest rates in Switzerland are 2% per year, and this is a 90-day forward contract, we have to sort of descale or de-annualize that annual interest rate so that it's a 90-day interest rate. And then likewise, for the United States, if interest rates are, let's say, 3% on an annual basis, then we need, if this is a 90-day forward contract, to descale that down to a 90-day interest rate. And once we've done that, we can simplify all of this. We still have our spot rate, the Swiss franc versus the US dollar. The numerator here, multiplying the 0.02 by the 90 over 360, we get a 90-day interest rate of 0.5% and add the 1. And then again, in the denominator, 90 over 360, another way to say that is 0.25. Simplifying further, the 90-day interest rate then is 0.0075, a little less than 1% on a 90-day basis, and then add the 1. And this is how you price a forward contract. The 1.005, the 0.5% divided by the 1.0075 is further simplified to the 0.9975. That's your ultimate interest rate differential. And then multiply it by this spot rate here to get a final figure of 6.234. And ultimately what you see going on for the Swiss franc versus the US dollar is that in this example, the dollar is getting weaker. The forward rate on the dollar is trading at a discount because $1 on the forward market, if you want to transact in the future, $1 is buying fewer Swiss franc. The dollar is trading at a forward discount, Alternatively, you can say that the Swiss franc is trading at a forward premium. They're just two sides of the same coin. But you see that the dollar is trading at a forward discount because here, interest rates in the US are higher or are expected to be higher than they are in Switzerland. It's the same idea as we saw with the Fisher effect. Higher interest rates is, assuming that real rates are constant, an indication of higher inflation in that country. Higher inflation is an indication of a weaker currency. If we wanted to take this one step further and calculate the amount of the forward premium for the Swiss franc, that we can take the spot rate for the Swiss franc and calculate the percentage difference between that and this 90-day forward rate that we ourselves just calculated. The spot rate was here, 6.25 Swiss franc per USD, and the forward rate, which we just calculated, was 6.234. So it's really just the percentage difference here, which is rather small, 0.00256, about 1/5 of 1%, or 1/4. But that forward premium, because it's positive here, and we're talking about the Swiss franc, is still on a 90-day basis. And oftentimes we sort of standardize the forward premium to be an annualized number. So rather than de-annualizing, as you saw here, what we'll do is do the reverse and take this 90-day figure, this 90-day premium, and multiply by 360 over 90. Just the opposite of what you saw here. That gives us an annualized forward premium of about 1.02%.